You could have gave me the fucking 50 cents.
You should be lucky to be here.
Oh, block.
This is my first and last date with you.
What you handing me this for?
He not one of them. He's not him for real. He's not him.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of The World is Ghetto. Yes, y'all, the world is ghetto. And I just want to ask you before we get into this video, have y'all ever went on a first date or just a date in general that just went way off track, like from awkward moments to like downright dangerous surprises? Like today we're just gonna dive into like the world of just date disasters and dates gone wrong, however you want to call it. So without further ado, I want y'all to get comfortable. I want y'all to grab your favorite snack, get comfortable before we get into this video. And also don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Okay, make sure you do that because that's a free way in which you can still support the channel for more growth, for more people to get to watch this video. So don't forget about that. So without further ado, y'all, let's get right into it.
So I went on a date today, and I'd like to tell you about this date because it's classic. We started speaking by phone. We've been talking for a week. We decided that we were going to go to a cafe today. And originally he wanted to go to a coffee spot. I'm not big on coffee. So he did the cafe. I get there first. And there's a wait. I put our name on there, but it was like a 45-minute wait. And I was like, yeah, I don't want to just be awkwardly sitting or standing here with him and, you know, kind of defeats the purpose of sitting down and kind of getting to know each other at a table. So we go to the restaurant next door and we get a table. He orders a coffee. I order a water. And then the waitress comes up and says, do you guys want anything? He said, oh, I already ate prior, but I hadn't eaten, so I needed something to eat. So I ordered myself a sandwich and, you know, it took a little bit, but then the food comes. And prior to that, he'd been talking about all his cars. He just got a Lamborghini. He showed me the picture of the car. You know how when people deposit money into your accounts, you get the text message. So he just got $200,000 deposited into his checkings. Great for you. Nice to see. Whatever. Good. I don't really care. Good. Great. Whatever. So he's talking about all of this stuff. And it's, you know, it's okay. Like, people like to speak about the things they have and the things they do. And that's great. I mean, I'm not big on that. So, but I don't mind. We're here. I'm getting to know you. So I'm eating my food and he's like, oh, those smell great. I was like, would you like a fry? So now he's eating the fries with me. And I'm fine with that because I'm like, you know, sometimes when you see somebody else get food, you tend to get hungry. So I'm like, okay, he's fucking hungry. But now he's eating most of my fries. And I'm like, okay, would you like half of my sandwich? He said no stuff. So I asked him, does he want half of my sandwich? He said, no, I'm not that hungry. But yeah, you're eating all my fries. So, okay. So the lady comes, and at this point, I'm like, you know, I'm just kind of ready to go. So I asked her for a box, and I asked for the check. So the check was placed in front of me, and the box was placed in front of him. So he grabs the check and hands me the box. So I put my food in there, and I said, how would you like to do this? Would you like to split it? I didn't know how much the bill was, but I was like, you know, this is our first time meeting. I feel like, you know, let me just be kind. Like, I would do it for anybody anyways, but still. He goes, oh, no, I'll just pay for my coffee. His coffee was $4 and he gave me $5. So I look at the bill. The bill was $20.50. Mind you, when he pulled out all 5 ones, he also took out a $20 bill and gracefully put that motherfucker back in his wallet. And that's fine. He didn't even pay for the fucking tip. I was so pissed when I saw that the bill was $20.50 that the lady, our waitress, she ended up getting, I gave her $30 on top of his $5 because I said, wow, he couldn't even pay $20.50, but you could brag about having $200K just being deposited, showing me your Lamborghini, your Tesla, your Mazda, your 2022 Bentley. I really felt bad about myself because I'm like, damn, this nigga really didn't want to pay $20 for a bill. I have gone on dates with men who turned out to be bums and they've paid the full tab. And you're bragging the whole date about everything that you have, and you couldn't pay $20.50 fucking cents. I was a fucking cheap date at that. Didn't even get I have been applying for Love is Blind, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette, and I haven't gotten a response yet. And I am begging at this point for somebody to open my damn application. It even says I don't want a date in my area. Look at how this date went. My bill was $20.50 fucking cents. And I managed to go on a date with a guy who gave me $5 towards the bill and didn't even put money towards the tip. You could have gave me the fucking 50 cents. I am so upset. I'm like livid. And then had the audacity to say, can I walk you to your car? I'd rather be walked by a stranger. Lord Jesus. If y'all don't open my application, my name is Gabrielle Basile. I am trying to get on one of these shows. I need to be something because look at, I'm not going on another date.
Let me tell you how I went on a date in Atlanta, and the guy who I went on a date with, his boyfriend showed up at the restaurant while we were on our date. So the previous day, I'm at the mall, I see the guy, we like exchange looks, so like I know he knows that I think he's attractive. I know he think I'm attractive because we're looking at each other. We've passed each other multiple times in the mall and we're looking. So probably like the third time we've passed each other, he's like, excuse me, I think you're very beautiful. I would like to take you on a date. I'm like, okay, cool. We can exchange information, get to know each other, and then we could put something in motion. So cool. We talking the whole day. Everything's going good. He seems down to earth. He seems cool. We have a lot in common. Whoop-de-whoop. Right. So he's like, okay, let's do something for tomorrow afternoon. I'm like, okay, that's fine with me. He's like, you want me to pick you up? I'm like, well, you know, this is our first time meeting. I don't really feel comfortable with you picking me up from my home, even though, you know, I think you're a pretty cool guy. He's like, okay, cool, no problem. I'll send you a black truck. Boom. So that's the backstory of how we met. Fast forward to the day of the date, right? So we go to the restaurant. It's a very nice establishment. The vibes are nice. He comes with flowers. The conversation is good. The energy is good. And then he picks up his phone and the energy just like shifts out of nowhere. So I'm like, okay. So he's like, I gotta go to the restroom. So I'm like, okay, go ahead, go to the restroom. So while he's in the restroom, I order me a few more drinks. I'm noticing like, okay, he's in there for a little too long. Okay, so he comes out. When he sits back at the table, he's like fidgety as hell. Like he's moving, looking around, looking over the back of his shoulder, looking past me. I'm like, okay, are we safe? Is everything okay? Are we good? So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, yeah, I'm good. You know, I'm good. Let's get a few more drinks so I can loosen up. I'm like, loosen up? I mean, we've been drinking. You was loose. So anyway, so then I noticed this group of men walk in, right? He peeps it too. Girl, when I tell you he adjusted his body as to not be seen. So I'm like, okay, maybe these are the ops. Maybe he's in danger, like something's going on. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna eat my food, mind my business, or whatever, cool. We're at a table where like the bar is across from us, so I can hear conversations at the bar. I can see people, right? So the group of guys sit there. One of the guys is like, yeah, my man out with some bitch. Oh, so I'm one ear to him, because baby, I want the tea. What? So he like, yeah, he don't even know I got his location. So I'm looking back at the person I'm on a date with. He's like this, making sure. I'm like, what's going on? So he's like, I have to go to the restroom again. I'm like, okay. I mean, this is the second time. Are you finna leave? Do I need to pay? What's going on? So when he goes to the restroom again, the man gets up and goes to the restroom as well. But as the man walks past me, he's like, oh sis, you're beautiful. I'm like, oh thanks, you know, because okay. So I'm like, thanks. But I'm like, in my head, I'm like, okay, they both going to the bathroom. But I'm not even putting that together because at this point I'm tipsy, right? So something must have transpired in that restroom, because next I hear the person at the bar pick up the phone and he like, I'm on the way. And the group run to the bathroom. Security run to the bathroom. So I'm sitting here like, what's going on? Mr. My date and Mr. You look good, sis, come out the bathroom tussling. You in here with this bitch and you had me at home thinking that you at home thinking. So he's like, you had me at home thinking, and you know I got your location, and how sneaky could you be, and you not even gonna let her know that you got a man. You got a what? You got a what? So mind you, I didn't drive here, so I'm having to like get on my phone, give me a new ride because I didn't drive. He done left me with the tab. Cool, I want to get up the hell on up out of here, so I pay the tab. I'm like, I'm not sitting in this restaurant waiting. I walk out. Oh, when I tell you they on the street going at it, the person I went on the date with, baby, you know, what is going on?
This guy flew me to Miami for our like second date for like a vacation thing, and I'm pretty sure he ghosted me while we were here. Like, he left. I have no idea why, and I know this sounds like naive, but I really don't think it was anything I did, but TBD, because I don't know why he left or when he left or how. He drove, but whatever. We're gonna call him Michael for the purpose of this story. So yesterday Michael was like, oh, I'm gonna go get lunch with my sister really quickly. I haven't seen her in 2 years. I'll be back at noon. I was like, okay, cool. Just don't forget we have these hard to get lunch reservations at 1:30. He's like, yeah, I'll be back before then. So I went to the pool, minded my business, soaking up the sun. At 1:10, I was like, hey, where are you? Like, don't forget about lunch. No answer. And then at 1:20, I said, where are you? Like, are you picking me up for lunch? Because he has his car here. Like, he drove a couple of hours away from Tampa. And I was like, hey, like, where are you? Then I started getting really frustrated, and I texted something like, yo, this is just so disrespectful to me and my time, and like, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, hey, sorry to be non-responsive. I just found out some devastating news, blah, 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 blah. Okay, I'm a very caring person. I don't think that's the word, but I'm a very trusting person. So I was like, oh yeah, like something happened. Which to this time, I feel like something still happens. My friend don't think that something happened. They're like, oh, he definitely has a secret wife who was like, get your ass home. But it gets worse. I pushed the reservation back to 2. He misses that reservation too. And like, this is before he told me he had this quote devastating incident. And so housekeeping, and I promise this is important, housekeeping ends up coming, and I was like, okay, like this is at 3:30, I think. I was like, you can come on in. And after they made the bed, I took a nap. And so obviously they cleaned the shower too, which is important. And as I'm getting ready to go hang out with some of my other friends, I was like, fuck this. And I think this is still before I knew what happened. Actually, I think I knew that there's this quote devastating event. And so then I look around and I look in the corner and I realize his stuff's not there. I was like, did he come get his stuff while I was taking a nap? Like, that is so disrespectful. And there is the possibility that he possibly got it while I was at the pool and he was supposed to be home by noon and like all of that. That could have possibly been when he got it, but I don't know, because we're both very clean when we travel. So our stuff is like very compact. It almost looks like somebody's bedroom. But if he did get it while I was napping, that's disrespectful. And I noticed this morning when I was showering that there was a washcloth that was wet in there. I was like, did he get his stuff and then shower? Because housekeeping would have cleaned it up yesterday if he had showered before they came. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that would be so disrespectful. My friends like, were you sleeping through all of this? I was like, yeah, I'm a tank. So not quite sure what's happening right now. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm gonna go run up some room service. Anyway, here's the first of many pina coladas.
She's asking for money on our first date.
Is my appointment at 7 p.m. I'm sorry, 6. Yeah, 7 p.m. is my appointment. Because, the week after that I have surgery and I'm at work for the next month or so. So all my babies need help.
So you made an appointment for how to?
Yeah, somebody will get it.
And don't have the funds.
Always. Just like how I plan vacation and don't have paid time off.
That's smart, do you?
Hell yeah.
That usually works. I hear you.
No, but I made the appointment because I had to tell her, and all I do is just cash up with the money.
Yeah.
That's it. It's $100.
So where I fit in that equation?
Whatever you cash at me, I'm sending it her.
Oh, so I got to cash up you something?
Yeah. I can send it up. My hair is like $25 because it's the kink line. I'm getting plaits because I'm having surgery, so it just makes sense to get plaits because I'm not going to be able to do nothing. So I'm praying my surgery go well and I'm able to heal quickly and get rid of the gas like in my stomach and able to sip the water and the protein shakes like I'm supposed to, so I can go back to work in 3 weeks versus going back to work later. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to be rough trying to pull money out of people to help me pay my bills. My disability gonna kick in, but it's gonna kick in after my rent due.
You need to sell some frozen cups or something.
Nick, sell some pussy.
I'll sell some pussy. With frozen cups. Ain't nobody got pussy in frozen cups. If you add frozen cups with it, I think you'll sell it quicker. If you tell
the frozen cup right there.
You ain't gotta put it right there. Don't mess the pussy up.
No, that's gonna give it flavor.
No, you need to keep it in the freezer and just let them know. Look, frozen cups come with it.
This shit good.
You can add that to your slogan too. This shit good. Add that to the slogan. Everybody works.
You love me, you gonna make sure I'm good.
I mean, shit.
Period.
I could drop you off to the appointment.
I got my own car.
I mean,
Damn, you could get.
I could give you suggestion half of what?
100. When I come up with the other 50.
I ain't in a position to do that. Because it ain't right for me to just do that right now.
There's one place you're not going on a first date.
On a first date? Their place.
If a man invites me to his house on the first date, I'm going. And then I'm gonna rob him.
And I think I want to get the strip, the Spanish deal, the meal. All of this, what I'm gonna order, you can do this to go.
To go?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And then I'm gonna get some for my 12-year-old because he eat like a man. So I get the fries. Sounds good. And then I might as well get something for him to eat tomorrow because I ain't gonna feel like cooking.
Okay, now hold on for a minute. How much stuff did you just order? How much you got, ma'am? How much you got?
I have, so I'm already putting the wings. Those are gonna come for here. And then I have a spinach dip.
Spinach dip to go.
Buffalo sandwich to go.
Buffalo sandwich to go. Chicken tenders to go.
Yeah, that's all I have for now. I got 3 children, you know that.
You got 3 children?
Yeah, so I'm gonna order all this something.
Buffalo sandwich to go. Chicken tenders to go.
Yeah, that's all I have for now.
That's a lot to go. You might as well go. That's too much. I can't. And this is our first date. Ain't trying to be funny. This is our first date. I'm not taking care of your children. Am I crazy or she crazy? I mean, I'm just trying to. Am I crazy or she crazy?
She's not trying to get it.
It's our first date. Do I supposed to take care of her children?
I'm not gonna get him.
I don't give a damn where you from. Look, I'm so sorry. We need to talk about it. We need to time out. Keep the other stuff we ordered, but we're going to time out on the 15 to go order.
Okay.
Hey, no, you had kids. You didn't tell me you had kids.
Okay. I'll be back.
Yeah, be back. We got to talk about this.
A few months ago, I was on my way to a first date, and the man did text me in the morning to confirm that we were still on for it. So I got ready, I drove over there, I got there on time, and I texted him and I was like, hey, I just parked, I'll be in a second. And maybe a minute later, I get a text back and he says, hey, your text actually just woke me up from a nap. I'm gonna get ready really quickly and then I'll be on my way over. Granted, this man lived about 30 minutes away. Obviously, I was annoyed. Like, I had taken the time to get ready, drive over here, and show up on time, and he couldn't even bother to set an alarm to wake him up from a nap, and then expects me to sit around for him for at least 30 minutes, probably more. I just found that super disrespectful of my time. So I just responded and said, don't even worry about it. I texted my girlfriend and she came and met me for drinks instead, so it worked out.
It was our first date and we saw the Barbie movie, but then he decided to be misogynistic after it ended.
First of all, that movie was really stupid, and honestly, feminism is really what's wrong with this country. You women really have no idea what you're talking about.
I immediately got the ick and said I was leaving, but then he got mad that I didn't want to go back to his house and ended up following me home. So I started driving to the police station and used my InvisiWare app to call and send my live location to an ADT agent who can also alert authorities if needed.
What you handing me this for?
Your turn to pay for the food.
It's whose turn to pay for the food?
Your turn.
Why would it be my turn to pay for the food when I'm here with my man?
Because I always pay for the food.
I can't hear you, what?
I always pay for the food.
You always pay for the food?
Yeah.
I always pay for the food.
I ain't paying for it today.
You not paying for it?
No, it's your time.
It's only $50.
I'll pay for it.
Well, pay for it.
Yeah.
Why would I have to pay for anything if I'm here with my man? You are my man. You're supposed to pay for everything.
Gotta pay for everything else so you can pay for the food.
You what?
Gotta pay for everything else.
So I gotta pay you. I gotta go in my pocketbook and get out $50. You can't pay $50? Okay, well, I'm leaving then.
What?
Oh, you might as well go ahead and call the server and see who gonna wash dishes because it ain't gonna be me. I'm not paying $50 for this. What?
I ain't either.
You ain't either? I'm paying for this. He said he's not paying for it. So what he needed? What he said that I'm the woman. He been paying for everything all weekend, and now he want me to pay for it. And it's only $50. Sit back some so he can. It's only $50. So what you think?
What you want me to pay for it?
Nah, he need to go wash dishes or something, right?
Oh, okay. I mean, we got plenty of dishes right there.
No, because I'm not paying for this. It's only $50. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, you're never gonna like beat the market buying individual stocks. There's very few hedge funds every year that even beat the S&P 500, which is like the main index for the economy. Stocks across the board are like pretty compressed right now because oil futures are pretty. Obviously, airlines have a really large fuel expense. They're really worried about their ability to pass that. PO stand for?
Initial public offering.
Right. Discount too thick. You can barely bench 135. So I went up quite a bit. I think I look like I'm in better shape. You can only stay in shape until you're so old. You can stay in relative shape, but you're only. So you want to go back to your place or mine or?
I went on a date the other day and it was like a brunch kind of thing. And so I had a chicken biscuit and an apple pie, right? So we headed home after that and we stopped at the gas station first. And he looked at me and he was like, "Do you want anything?" And I'm like, "Yeah, some powdered donuts." And he looked at me and he said, "You chunky monkey." Chunky monkey is crazy. What I had earlier didn't fill me up, so I needed them donuts. Oh, bro, I should have asked for some crackers.
You guys, I am all dressed cute, ready to go on a date. My date comes, he's 40 minutes late. He's 40 minutes late to pick me up. He comes into my house, he uses my bathroom, and then he breaks up with me. While I'm wearing this cute outfit, and now I'm sitting here crying. I'm just wondering when this is gonna stop happening. Oh my god, this man. He has $67 in his bank account. And I'm literally crying about him.
I can't even believe this. I'm gonna try to make this short, but this was the worst experience of my whole entire life. First of all, he calls me. I get to the restaurant before him. He calls me. We're in downtown Fort Worth. He's freaking out. He's like calling me pissed. The frickin', except he's cussing. Pedestrians and traffic and I hate downtown. And I was like, first of all, you need to calm down. Second of all, you chose this place. So relax. I said, I just got here. It's not that serious. We got all night. Like, freaking relax. He finally gets to me. When I'm waiting outside the restaurant, he walks up to me. He greets me by going, "Rah!" I was like, ew, and also cringe. And then he hugs me as if I was the love of his life that he hasn't seen in 3 months. And I was like, okay, like, off to a terrible start. Dinner was the most awkward of my life. I went to the bathroom twice just to escape. Made friends with some girls in the bathroom. Told them how it was the worst date ever. How I was dying to leave. He tried to hold my hand twice. I pulled away and said, no. Twice. He's like, the second time he's like, you're not gonna hold my hand? I was like, no, please don't touch me. He paid for dinner. It was $127. What? Okay, I offered to pay my side. He declined. We left. We're walking. He's yelling. He's playing fake mad, which he says was like a joke. He wanted to go to Cigar Lounge. I was like, absolutely not. I said, I really want to go home. It's like, let's go. He kept trying to hold my hand. I kept telling him no. He said, no, it's not an option. And he grabbed my hand like aggressively. And I was like, but I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of scared of him at this point. Even though, by the way, he was as tall as me. He lied about his height. So I was like, okay, I'm kind of scared of him at this point because he's getting like angry. So I was like, I'm just gonna roll with it. So I held his hand and it was, I wanted to throw up. We get to the parking garage and he's like, I don't even know if I'm in this garage. I'm like, okay. I said, can I see your phone? He gives me his phone. I'm looking, I'm like, yes, you're in this garage. See right here? And I show him and he's just like, I was like, are you drunk right now? Like, are you drunk? Are you high? Like, what's going on? He's like, I may have had a lot of alcohol before I came in because I was nervous. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, you're drunk right now. I'm sorry, I was nervous. I was like, let's go. So I literally started pulling him by like his shirt. I'm pulling him. We go in the elevator. We can't find his car. This guy has no mother freaking clue where he parked. No clue. Dad mentioned this is the worst date of my life. Like, you don't remember what level? No. And now he's like really leaning into the drunkenness. And I'm like, this dude is gone. Like, wow. And wow. Okay, so wow. He's just drunk, I guess, okay? Or something. I don't even freaking know. Who knows? Don't care. I ask him for his keys so I can hit the horn to find his car. We start at the top and we work our way down, okay? I'm so nice. I wanted to leave his bootay just sitting in the, no. But I'm nice, so I try to help him find his car. We can't find his car. We're honking the horn. He starts to get very angry. He's throwing his food, yelling, hooting, hollering, screaming, kicking the pillar like we're in a parking garage. I'm like, okay, so I start recording. He's drunk, he's pissed. I'm just trying to calm him down. I'm like, it's gonna be okay. You've got to calm down. We're gonna find your car. Like, it's gonna be fun. I'm being so nice. Security rolls around again, and I was like, the 2 security guards were just laughing with me. Like, yeah, dude. But this is why we take our own car. This is why we keep our phone fully charged and full of storage so we can record things. I already blocked his number in front of the security guards and block.
So I'm just letting you know this is my first and last date with you because you are greedy. You had 2 plates. You haven't eaten all day. I don't care if you haven't eaten all day. That's messed up. You're greedy. This supposed to be our first date and this is how you do? It's the real me. Well, can I have the fake you? I've never been on a first date like this in my life. Welcome to the real me. I just had to go to the bathroom for a quick second and all my food is gone. Apparently you don't need food at all. You smashed this and you wasted food all over. Sit here and pay for this ridiculousness. I was wondering at first, I was like, how did a beautiful girl like you be single? And now I know, bingo, right here. I'm thankful that you showed me this on the first date, dude, too, because other people would have. You know how many first dates I've been on? So you do this for I really came for the food. That's it, just the food. I'm not driving you home. You can catch a ride home. Just go pay for the Jay. No, I'm not paying for nothing. Bye.
Midlands Police, can I take your name, please? Okay, what's your name, darling? Lauren. Lauren, are you in a safe place to talk?
I'm hiding in the toilet.
Okay, Lauren, please try and stay calm. I'm getting blue lights out to you. I just need some details from you. I know, Lauren, we will be with you shortly. Can you tell me where you are, Lauren?
I don't know the apartment number, but I do know the road. The road is...
I'll stay on the phone with you, Lauren, all right? Try and stay calm.
We went on a date and we came back to his and we've had a few drinks and now he's told me that it's late. I don't know what to do.
Guys, I just finished my date and I am so embarrassed. I'm not gonna cry in here. I'm not gonna cry. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to clean myself up a little bit. He came, and so the whole thing is we went to this restaurant he wanted to go to, and it was a little too expensive, but I don't know. I asked my sister for money, so we went. I had this dress on, and I changed because I had this dress on and everything. And I had my hair out, like, you know, guys, I cut it, but it wasn't like this. I had it parted a little bit, and so I went in, and he was like looking around, like, oh, like he was looking for somebody else, and I was like, okay, I'm like, hey, I'm Tia, and then he was like, Tia? I'm like, yeah, it's for me, from BLK, and then he was like looking confused, and he told me to sit down, so I sat down, I smiled, and he didn't smile back at me, and then he was like, I don't look like my pictures. I do look like my pictures. I don't Photoshop anything. I tell everything how it is. I'm gonna insert at the end of the video the picture I put in. And he was like, you know, just being so quiet through the meal and all that. He didn't even want to pay. I said, hey, I didn't bring my money with me, and then he eventually paid, and then now he sent me a request to pay for the food, and that's not. I just don't understand, why are men like this? Men are evil.
Y'all need to stay out them data apps. Did y'all see that I watched this woman talk about one of her friends that was on a dating app, met a dude on a dating app, whatever. They went on a date. The date was cool. He paid for the date. Y'all, this is crazy. He paid for the date. It was all good vibes. The date comes to an end. They go their separate ways. He hits her back up like, hey, I left my keys in the house. My roommate's not answering. Like, could I maybe like come over to yours, be kicking for a little bit, and while I wait for him to respond so I can get in the crib? She's like skeptical, but she's like, okay, cool, whatever. So he comes to her crib, mind you, just after their first date. He comes to their crib, you know, and obviously she's not really thinking much because it was good vibes, and he, you know, it was good vibes on the date. He paid, it was cool, and they're chilling, whatever. It starts to get really late. She's like, you know what, I'm gonna go to bed. So yeah, I mean, I guess you could just chill here in the living room. So he's just gonna chill in the living room and sit until he's waiting for a response from his roommate. So then she goes in her room, but she locks the door, and then she goes to bed. She lays down. First off, let's intercept right here with my thoughts. As a woman, you should not be allowed no man you just met that same day be in your fucking house while you go ahead and lay your head down to go to sleep. Are you cool? Let alone, it doesn't even matter, not even just men, any person. Are you cool? So you really went and laid down while somebody was in your fucking house? Not you allowed the okay, back to the story. She hears a knock on the door in the middle of the night. I think she was like 3 a.m. or something. I don't know if this really was 3 a.m., but I think it was 3. She hears a knock on the door, her bedroom door. So she doesn't get up and go to the door. She's like, what's up? Like, she kind of just says like, hey, what's up? Dude's like, oh, my phone, it died, but I'm still waiting on that response. I feel like at this point, shouldn't you be asleep too? Shouldn't you have like maybe just passed out too? I don't know. But dude is like, I haven't heard from my roommate yet. I need to charge my phone. Like, you gotta charge it. She doesn't get up. She doesn't go out and show him where it is. She says, yeah, kitchen drawer, there should be a charger in there. He says, cool. She goes and she just, lays back down. She starts to go back to sleep. Then he comes back and knocks at the door again. He's like, hey, well, this charger's not working. Do you have a charger in your room? This is not funny. Sorry. Whoa. He says, do you have a charger in your room? First off, why the fuck? Nah, Because, bitch, one thing about me, I know everything about all of my stuff. I would know if I had a charger that didn't work. If I had a charger that didn't work, it'd be in the trash. So the fact that the charger works. I would immediately been like, the charger works. But she played it the perfect way. He like, do you have a charger in your room? But sir, why are you trying to get in this room so bad? She's like, doesn't really say much. We don't know what happens in this. After that happened, she calls 911. She doesn't waste any time. She's just like me. It's giving twin them. You're just like me. Literally, because I'm so skeptical about so many things. I'm so skeptical and I'm so careful. And sometimes I could be seen as annoying about that, but I don't care. I look and read into every little thing. I don't care. I'm not about to be the one that's on the news. Sorry, I'm not. She calls the police, and so I guess the friend didn't specify what happened in between that time when the police were coming, so she calls the police. And I don't know if she was like being like, hold on, let me get dressed. We don't know. I'm assuming she probably was like pretending sleep or something like that. The door's locked. Y'all, the police gets to the fucking house. She hears the police knocking on her house door, and she still doesn't get up. She still doesn't go out. She waits. Then she hears the police and saying they're knocking on her room door. She's like, oh, they're in the house now. He opened the door. They were like, ma'am, we need you to open doors so we can come out and show you what's in your living room. Y'all, why the fuck does this woman go in her living room to see plastic tarp laid out in her living room with tools lined up, like tools? This man was getting ready and preparing to dissect some shit. This man had tarp laid out throughout her fucking house and tools. It's giving Jeffrey Dahmer. It was giving Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm absolutely shook. This is why, and if this woman was to not be as skeptical, if she was just to be like most people and be like, oh, okay, let me come get you that charger. Oh, it's not working, and trying to be all nice and overly sweet. If this woman didn't trust her intuition or her gut, that woman would have been dissected in her own living room. She would have she paved the way for him to do his nasty work in her own crib. She would have been dissected, laid out in her own living room. You literally invited the enemy in. Oh my God. And she's safe to this day. And obviously the man, something going on with that. But that's absolutely unbelievable. And this is just an eye-opener. Like this is, I feel like there's too many stories. Women, it's just, you gotta be precautious. And men, I'm not gonna lie, because anybody can be crazy. But I know, like me, I'm very precautious. Stop inviting people in your homes when you don't know them. Stop doing that. I've been taught that since I was a kid. My mama never really let our friends. She always just say like, no. So I'm accustomed to that. I'm not just allowing people in my space, in my crib, in my face, everything. This woman could have literally been gone had she had been maybe too sleepy to think harder. Or another thing, I always follow my intuition, ladies. Listen to your intuition. That gut feeling, that first thought is usually the right thought to go on. Stop thinking that you overthinking shit. No, I'ma always go on my gut. I always listen to my intuition, and I'm never wrong. Listen to your intuition. Listen to what your gut is telling you off rip. Like, for example, if you feel like a dude is not being loyal to you, or a dude is not being honest with you, or a dude is like doing some weird stuff behind your back, 9 times out of 10 it's probably right. Like, you know what I mean? If you're having a conversation with somebody and you just feel like they lying, they probably are. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't stop trying to be like, oh, but you think too hard. No, think hard. I just wanted to get that story out and let y'all know, like, if y'all didn't hear about that, that's actually crazy. Protect yourselves, okay? Stop linking up with random people at nighttime. If you're gonna go out and be going on dates with people, do that stuff during the day. And I know even the day is not saving you, but do it during the day. You have more of an opportunity to get yourself out of a situation or avoid a terrible situation based on what time of day you even choose to go and do stuff. That's crazy.
So I got off the dating apps a couple months ago because, they just kind of suck. But last month truly solidified my decision to never return to those apps, and it's not for the reason that you think. So basically, my best friend found out from some guy that there was somebody on the dating apps that were using her pictures. Like, they were basically catfishing, pretending to be her. So she asked me, will you make a fake profile, like, as a guy, and then, like, swipe through and see if you come across my profile? So I'm like, yeah, girl, I got you. So I make a fake profile. Now I'm pretending to be some man, and I'm swiping through all the women to find my friend. Y'all, when I tell you, I was swiping 10 after 10 after 10 after 10, like gorgeous woman after gorgeous woman after gorgeous woman, all of them with very well thought out profiles, all of them with hobbies and interests, who want long-term committed relationships, all of them who are like clearly putting a lot of effort into this. And like I couldn't run out of options. It seemed like no matter how many times I swiped, there was always another 10 waiting for me. And it just made me think, like, if this is what it's like for them, I'm seeing why partially they don't take women that they meet on dating apps that seriously. Because like, if I match with this girl and she's not immediately what I want her to be, she's not vibing with what I'm vibing with, I ask her if I can come over at 10 o'clock at night and she don't want to do it, I'm just gonna get back on the apps and find somebody that will. Like, just swipe one more time and you'll find somebody who probably looks even better than her, who's probably even more of a match for me. Like, it just really gives the illusion of like endless options. And men already have more eligible dating options than women do. Like, they already have more of an upper hand when it comes to the playing field. They're already winning. Then you get on the apps and you have all of these options at your fingertips. No, absolutely not. I said no. I will not be returning to these apps now that I'm seeing it from their side. No, thank you. Like, I can't stress to you how many eligible bachelorettes were on this app. I got on Tinder and I got on Hinge, and it was the same with both. It's always beautiful, stunning, gorgeous women. And then also seeing them on the app made me really feel like, why are you on here? Like, as fine as you are and as much of a catch as you seem to be, why are you on this app? And now I understand when men, because I've seen men come on TikTok and be like, when men meet you on the dating app, they automatically think that you're desperate. And now, and first, like, it sounds offensive, and it kind of is, but now that I'm scrolling from their perspective, I'm like, why are you on this app? Like, you really are too good to be on here. And if that's how they've been viewing me, yeah, baby, I'm not going back.
I just went on a first date tonight, and I can't even comprehend what the fuck happened. I am left speechless. There is nothing that could have been more fucking crazy than what happened tonight. I need to give you some context. I matched with this girl on Hinge. Honestly, I'm so fucking done with dating apps. Waste of time, waste of energy, waste of fucking everything. Not a good experience. Alright? Anyways, so this lady messages me and she's like, Zakir, are you a sock shoe person, or are you a sock shoe kind of person? And I'm like, hey, lady, do you also think that pineapple belongs on pizza? Do you believe that avocado belongs on tomato and toast and all that shit? Who fucking cares? So we're messaging back and forth for a few days, and then she sends me a message saying like, hey, let's get off Hinge, let's text each other, what's your number? And I'm like, hey lady, here's my number, feel free to text me as long as you're not a fake person. And she's like, yes, I will text you, have no fear. I get a text from her and I see that she has an Android now. Red flag? Let me tell you why. I've been on a handful of dates, and if it's anything that I learned from being in the process of planning a date with somebody, people who use Androids could either A, have an Android, or B, literally use a texting app to catfish or try to scam people. So there's a pointer for any of you in the dating scene that fucking, be careful. We're texting for a little. She's like, hey, how is your week going? I'm like, my week is going great. What are you doing this weekend? Oh, just nothing, hanging out with friends and doing all this stuff. What are you doing? What about this weekend? What about that weekend? Yeah, all that conversation. We talked on the phone a couple times, and on the second call, she goes, hey, can I tell you something? I just want to be completely honest. And I'm like, yeah, of course. What's up? And she said, I've actually never been on a date before. And I said, okay, I respect that. Would you want to go on a date sometime? Maybe with me? And she's like, yeah, I'd love to. There's this mini golfing place that I've wanted to check out. And in my mind, I was like, it's been a minute since I last went mini golfing. maybe when I was like 12. So we made plans to go mini golfing tonight and then grab dinner after. 2 hours before we're supposed to meet up for mini golfing, she texted me. She was like, hey, is there any chance, I'm sorry if this is so weird, but my younger brother is pretty like protective of me. Is there any chance that he can tag along for a date? I really hope you don't mind, but he's just really concerned about my safety. I'm like, sure, no problem, lady. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, more fun for us. So I show up to mini golf. I see her walking over, and I see her younger brother, who is definitely not her fucking brother. I see this guy who's like 6'5". He has like massive muscles, tribal tattoos, a fucking beard that looks damn near like Dumbledore. Like, bro's trying to be Dan Bilzerian or some shit. I'm like, there is no way. Ain't no way this is her brother. But it was nice. And I was like, hello, how you doing, man? How's it going? The whole date at mini golf was just awkward when I was sitting in with my thoughts. I'm like, I feel like this is like secretly her boyfriend, like, or maybe it's just some guy friend that she wanted to bring with her just in case he could like bail her out or she could bail him out, or I don't fucking know. A lot of things are going through my mind at this point. So I focused on the date, wrapped up mini golf, and we went straight to dinner. We went to this diner for dinner because the two of them were craving chicken nuggets, fries, ketchup, mustard, salt and pepper, all that shit. We order our food, we're having more small talk. Oh, what do you like? Do you like basketball? What sports do you like? Do you have any other siblings? Why are you so protective of each other? So we're talking for a bit and I'm like, excuse me, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. See you in a bit. As I come out of the bathroom, this is where it gets really fucking weird. As I'm walking back to our table, my hinge date and her brother are sitting at the table next to each other so that their backs are facing where I'm walking to the table. And I notice my hinge date, I repeat, my hinge date, laying her head on her brother's shoulder. Weird to do that in public, but okay. As I continue to walk, I see my hinge date about to give this brother a peck on the lips. I'm like, there is no way that this is happening right now. But as I'm about to head and sit down at the table, she looks at me and she like pulls away. Dude, I don't know what this shit is. A part of me was thinking, dun, 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 Sweet Home Alabama. So I acted like I didn't see anything and just kept talking for a little bit longer. At this point, it's just three friends hanging out. There's an awkward silence, and I said, I gotta ask, how long you been together? And the guy says, 2.5 years. Oh, bye-bye, ta-ta.
I went on a date with a very famous actor, and it ended up being horrible. So we went out to eat at this really nice place in Miami, one of my faves. Everyone knows him. And I'm like, Lord have mercy, there's gonna be no type of discretion. It was like the entire time people were in our face, looking, turning, watching, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about this. Anyway, we sit down, we have our table, we order food, and I don't even know how the conversation ended up here. But he starts talking about how he hates when girls wear Fashion Nova. Meanwhile, I'm wearing Fashion Nova. And I'm like, yo. So I'm too embarrassed at this point to even say anything. At the time, I work with Fashion Nova, like as an influencer. This is back before Instagram deleted my page, but whatever. I'm feeling really cute in my outfit, but I'm like, damn, sir. So we keep talking. We keep eating. The food was so damn good. I'm trying not to eat everything because I can eat a lot, and I definitely am a plate clearer, but my outfit was really tight and like a light color, kind of like a stretchy material, where I was like, yo, if we do anything after this, I'm gonna look pregnant if I keep eating. So I slowed down. So we started talking about family and his family dynamics and my family dynamics, and don't know again how this comes up, but I'm talking about my father and how we don't have a relationship, blah blah blah. How about this man starts telling me that I need to find a way for my father and I to be cool again. Sir, do you know this man? Do you know any of the reasons why we are not cool? Do you understand that there could be so many reasons, like he raped me, dropped the G, that we're not cool? Which he didn't, but either way, there can be a multitude of reasons that I'm not with him. And he was just like, oh, you know, a lot of times people's moms don't tell you the whole story of what goes on with your dad, and then before you know it, you have animosity for him and it's not even real. And I'm like, it's crazy to me that men will literally defend other men that they do not know whatsoever off of the strength of what's happened in their current life. So I'm just drinking more. I'm like, Lord have mercy, what is this date? And he is a little older than me, so he has that, like, I know what I'm talking about, like, slightly condescending manner that I can't stand. So I'm hitting him with a shake your head, Jess, shake your head. Because if I say how I really feel, I'm gonna flip this table and dip. So I'm just like, stay pleasant, just get through this evening. And then it gets worse. I don't know how we end up here, but we start talking about Rihanna. This man starts telling me how much he loves Rihanna, how much he wishes he could date Rihanna, how much he would just do anything for her, how he's like a super fan and all this shit. And I'm like, bruh, who doesn't want to date Rihanna? She's a baddie, she's beautiful, she's from the islands. You done know how the thing go. But can we not do that right now? Bruh. When I tell you this man, it went into strict and very definitive detail about Rihanna's appearance, about how classy she is, about how he felt like he would just suck her toes and just, it was insane. I knew I would never see him again after the date. I was like, yeah, this is dead. Like, we're never doing this shit again. I said to myself, it's so funny that a lot of women will think that dating men with status and dating these famous men is just gonna make life easier, when they don't realize that a lot of the times, not saying always, but a lot of the times when men have clout or they have money or they have some kind of status, they have their own crap going on in the background that you're probably going to find out about, and they just make it really hard to deal with, and they're not willing to see their own crap because in their mind they're perfect and they're a catch and you should be lucky to be here. But yeah, I never saw bro again.
Last night, a man invited me over to his house to watch Christmas movies. Less than 24 hours after we matched on a dating app. And then when I told him no, he immediately unmatched me. And so I started thinking, I should have just went. I should have just did it for the plot. I should have taken him up on his offer and went to his house to rob him, because men have to learn about personal safety at some point in their life.
One of the worst mistakes I ever made was thinking I found this man and don't nobody else want him but me. Baby, if you ever find yourself thinking that, I promise you're wrong. You think because he's not super fine and he's not like super rich, and you could tell like he kind of got bullied in high school a little bit, like he not one of them. He's not him for real. He's not him. But you like him and you see something special in him and you want him and you be thinking, oh, I'm safe, don't nobody else want him. You're wrong. You're dead wrong. You are not the only one that saw that man's potential, baby. It's other people out here that saw it too, and they want him just as much as you do. Don't get too comfortable thinking you done stumbled across some sort of hidden gem, some sort of hidden diamond in the rough, and nobody else found it yet, and you the first one. Nope. Because you start listening to him talk, and you start opening up and sharing dating stories, and you like, hold on, it was other people here before me? Like, somebody else wanted this for real? You go through that man's phone and see how many girls he's texting.
I'd be like, I didn't even know you knew this many women for real. I did not know they was on you like this. You're wrong. Do not be fooled, baby. You are not the only one that found that diamond. A couple of other girls done found it first, and they still trying to get it out, okay?
Story time about how I thought I found the love of my life, and he played me like a fool. Had me sitting here. So, y'all, found the man. I thought he was the one. We good. Everything's going straight. I'm thinking it's the one, y'all. I'm thinking, yes, I can post you. I'm good. I never have to worry about nobody saying nothing. The opposite. The opposite. Y'all, my man work. He work late nights. He's a hardworking man. He like, yeah, princess, whatever you want, I got it. Yeah. I can get a large. Yes, y'all, he was that type of man. Like, you want something, you got. I thought I hit the score. The great Amazon package that came in an hour. I thought that's what I had. Y'all, he sleep. Right? He sleep. So I'm texting his phone, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, babe, like, is you up? He sleep. That's what I came to realize. He sleep. So y'all post on my Instagram or whatever. I'm like, y'all, like, looking good, bored, my man sleep. He sees it. Are you mad at me? Did I say something? Did I not answer your call? Did you find out about something? What did I do? Y'all, he looks again. So now I'm like low-key confused. I'm like, okay, what's going on? Right? So now I go to my close friends. So I only put him in it. So I type or whatever. I'm like, oh yeah, babe, like, why you just watching my story and not responding? He watches it again. Don't say nothing though. So then I add his name and I say, babe, what's going on with you? Why you not answering my phone call? Why did somebody text me and say, are you dating him? Duh, stupid. If I just said, babe, why you not answering the phone? And I just added this man, why would you are you dumb? So I'm like, what you talking about? Like, I'm laughing now. Like, you playing a prank. You playing. Where the cameras at? Where the fucking cameras at? Y'all, she's texting me like, yeah, how long you been dating? What do? Am I in an interrogation room? What are you talking about? How long I've been? Why is it? Who? Let me see who's behind the screen. Because now you have me furious. I'm finna get mad. I'm 1,000 miles away. I'm finna get upset. Don't make me go on Spirit and tell him to get the soul plane and drive. Yeah. Y'all, she's like, I'm not playing. I can send you the pictures. Here go my number. Oh, you one of them. If somebody tell you drop the addy, you drop the addy fast. But don't do that to me. Because what are you talking about? Y'all, why do I text this lady? She's showing me pictures, videos, messages. Why when this man tell me good morning, he's telling her good morning, queen? This your queen? Why is this nigga saying, oh yeah, I'm getting off work right now, baby, I'm gonna call you. He telling me the same thing. You got a double life? This is a Tyler Perry movie. Tyler! Give me my rounds. Because what? Are you serious? Y'all, still to this day, I want to murder that man. But you know what? It's cool. I used to be down, but now I'm like, okay, yeah. Because now we're good. But you know what? I wish both of them nothing but the best. Don't fall in love, y'all, because it's for the birds.
Yes, y'all, in my opinion, I just want to say this before we wrap this video up. I want to say this. In my opinion, you have to be very, very careful when you're going, especially on online dates. People can really create like a whole bunch of fake profiles. Like, have y'all watched the show Catfish? Yes, that's what this is giving. Like, y'all really need to be very vigilant when you're like getting your partners. Like, literally downright have to do criminal background checks, make sure your video chatting and stuff like that before you actually get to meet these people, because it can really lead into dangerous situation. But at the same time, always trust your gut. That's one thing that will never let you down. Like, if your gut just tells you like, man, just do not go on this date, you might as well just bring up an excuse and make sure at least you're safe than sorry, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's it for part 1. I'm dropping a part 2 right now, so make sure y'all go ahead and click the next video, because that will be like a continuation. I didn't want to make it a whole 2-hour video. Like, y'all remember the last time I did a poll, y'all wanted like at least 1-hour videos, so that's what I'm going to be doing. It was a whole 2-hour video, so I just broke it down to 2 parts, and both of them are amazing. Both of them are like tea For the tea sippers in the back, you already know what's up. So without further ado, I want to say this. Thank you so much for everyone who's like following me, engaging, liking, sharing the videos. I really appreciate y'all, and I can't wait to see y'all on the next video. Make sure you have your post notifications on. Bye.
Hey Zuma, you taking off?